Welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. Now, I know some of you guys have been watching me for a while, but if you're new to the channel, I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. It's much appreciated, helps with the channel. Share it as well, because hopefully you'll find this video and other videos informative and helpful. But to get things rolling, I wanted to tell you that today's video is kind of like one of my favorite types of videos. It's like I take information from a few different sources and I look at a lot of different media. I read stuff, I get YouTube, people send me stuff, and I try to put things together. And that's what this video is about. So I want to tell you what I'm seeing it's kind of happening towards the end of the month, and I've talked about that before, but here's a little bit more evidence to my point. So first, let me get in. Let me start being able to share my screen. Okay, so the first thing. Now, I was watching this morning, watch Ninja, Economic Ninja, watch a lot of his stuff. He's got great content. Definitely check him out if you haven't checked him out. And if you check out my history, my watched stuff, there's a lot of good stuff on there. There might be some music videos or stuff that I'm watching. Hey, sorry. But for the most part, I try to clean it up and you can watch my history and see kind of the stuff that I'm watching. But here's a summary of things that I was able to put together, and make sure stop playing. So here's one from Ninja, and he's talking about this article from Zero Hedge, and this is a good video that I recommend you watch it. But he's talking about this particular article from about a Swiss social media being a buzz about a rat out your neighbor energy use poster. Now, a viral poster is circulated on Swiss social media telling citizens to rat out their neighbors if they're heating above 19 degrees Celsius, which is just over 66 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's raised eyebrows. Here's a picture of the here's a snapshot of the poster, and it's apparently it's fake. At least that's what they want you to believe, according to the Energy Department official from I guess Germany. Simone Hug has said the federal government has nothing to do with the poster. There are no such federal posters, nor do we call for people to be exposed. But I do want to highlight that from the story, the fact that so many people believe that this post was real came as no surprise, given the government's extreme measures to save energy, including the prohibition on home temperatures above 66 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty darn cold. I mean, you're definitely wearing a sweater in your house if that's where you're at, as well as a maximum hot water temperature of 60 degrees, also very low, and turn off saunas and swimming pools. Willful violators risk 3 years in prison, while negligent violators face a deadly penalty between 30 francs or $30 to almost $3,000 and up to 180 days in prison. In short, if you accidentally set your thermostat incorrectly, you will be better off than your neighbor who deliberately heated his pool to 25 degrees Celsius. That's about 90 degrees roughly. The penalty should be even heavier for a company that deliberately exceeds gas consumption limits. The quota order is also subject to penal provisions. So basically, you can be thrown in prison for using too much energy to heat stuff, heating water or heating your home. And lastly, what's more is, according to Economic Minister Guy Parmelin, there may be spot checks to ensure compliance. That means they're going to come to your house and check the temperature of your hot water heater and check the temperature of your house. How fun is that? So going back briefly to Ninja, this video he talked about, and he made a mention in there. He said this kind of stuff is going to continue until people are willing to take to the streets and voice their displeasure. Now, that reminded me of two other things that I've recently seen, including a video I'm going to share. I'll post a video as well of the video I talked about September 30th, and that could be an interesting date. But here's one. I got this from LitecoinLisa. Thank you, Lisa. And if you haven't seen me, both myself and Patrick and Dylan were on her show Friday night. Go check that out. I'll post a link to that too. But from October 1st, German streets will be patrolled by the military to prevent riots. Talk about your timing, okay? The German army will start patrolling the streets as of October 1st. Officially, this is not to enforce the new I don't even want to say that word. The new measures about the health stuff, about a sickness, the flu, of Health Minister Carl, whatever. But it's not. It is, of course, convenient. And it's also quite handy for when things get a bit cold and the Germans revolt. So we're not talking about medical stuff anymore. We're talking about people freezing and looking to revolt. And the German army is going to be walking the streets starting October 1st. Now, the other thing I wanted to highlight is another video from Ken, uh, Theoria Apophasis. I can't even pronounce it. Sorry, Ken. But I found Ken a long time ago. I think Cliff High told me about this, or he mentioned that he watches Ken. Ken's a very, very intelligent guy, but he's even seeing things come together. And he put a whole video out that I'll share that link in the description as well about September 30th and how all that, like, there's a lot of stuff that's happening at the end of the month that seems to be more than coincidence. So let me drop out of sharing. So again, this is the kind of video I really like to make. I've got evidence, like a lot of different stories that are all pointing to the same convergence for whatever reason at the end of September or beginning of October. You can label it however you want. You can put your theories behind it, what makes sense. Remember, I have 3 buckets of information. Facts, like bucket number 1 is like 100% facts, no question. That's not going to change. We can prove that it's real. Bucket number 3, wild stories that could possibly be true. I don't say it's 0% chance of happening. And there's one in between. Well, there's a lot of things that are moving from bucket 3 to bucket 2 and from moving from bucket 2 to bucket 1. We know for sure that we have stories that they're going to be patrolling the streets in Germany. They are going to be also enforcing not energy consumption. You have to lower your thermostat. You have to not take a hot shower, which is going to be painful for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people are not going to be happy about this, and people are going to be willing to go to this. We've seen it in other countries. We've seen it in I think it was Sri Lanka or Singapore, and we definitely have seen it in Asia. We've definitely seen it in Europe. We've seen it in China as well, with not being able to get money out of their banks. So people going to the streets. We've seen it also in the Netherlands. Like, there's lots of videos out there, if you look for them, of masses of people taking to the streets, complaining about what's going on, and they want things to change. So they're pushing for change. There's another reason that they're going to be pushing for change, and change is coming, right? Whether you like it or not, change is coming. The economy is changing, whether you're ready for it or not. Now, we can speculate how it's going to play out, but all you can do is be prepared. And that's why we have an event that we're doing down in Dallas and about the new economy and being prepared. We don't know like what's going to happen and when, but you can be prepared and not scared because change is coming. So we would love to see you down in Dallas, because I can only put these videos together, and I know like most people only watch 5 to 10 minutes, so that's why I try and keep the videos at. But we could talk a lot longer. We could talk a little, directly one-on-one. We have the event. We have happy hour Friday night. We have the early access breakfast. We have the whole day on Saturday, and I'm sure we'll be talking Saturday evening as well. And I will say we are exploring the possibility of attending virtually, but I will tell you without a doubt, I've attended them virtually. I've attended them personally. You get so much more from being in the room and making conversations and talking to people face to face. That's what they don't want us to do, but we're providing a venue to do it, and it's very affordable. So, but I want to tell you that the prices are going to change next week, because we have obligations to booking the hotel, and we have quotas we have to meet, and we're not quite there yet, but we're trying to get there. But tickets are, the tickets at this price are very limited. Like, this is this week, and the prices are going to go up next week. So please go ahead and book your room. Please go ahead and get your tickets now. Get one for your friend. I mean, have a friend come out with you, and if they're on the fence, they don't quite understand silver, gold, crypto, real estate, the new economy, how it's all being put together, this is a perfect venue so that they can get educated and be prepared and not scared, and they can start to meet myself, meet Patrick, meet Dylan, meet lots of other people that'll be there that are like-minded, that knows about one or more of these subjects that are on this logo of gold, silver, Bitcoin, and crypto, and real estate. All these things that we're being prepared for. So again, check out the video that I did with LitecoinLisa. It was a great conversation that we had with ClintWestwood and Patrick and Dylan. We were all there for like an hour and a half Friday night, just talking about all the different things that are going on in the world, and why we need to be prepared and not scared, and how we can do it. So get your tickets, get your rooms booked. We really want to see you there. If you like these kinds of stories that I put together, I would love to hear your feedback on any or all of this. Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, share the channel, get the word out. I am trying to do that as much as I can. That's what it's for. We're trying to get people down in Dallas. We'd love to see you there. But with all that said for today, I'm going to close the door on the bureau, say follow leader one more time, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.